here with Through the Lens of Lady KB. So first off, just thank you for such an incredible documentary. The Harlem Cultural Festival was so extraordinary, and this documentary really just opened my eyes to such a revolutionary event that I had no idea of or no knowledge of before. So you got so many people to speak to their personal experience at this festival. I mean, everyone from Marilyn McCoo to Billy Davis Jr., Gladys Knight. So can you talk a little bit about the journey of connecting with these artists and getting them to join this project? And also, how did you choose which footage of their dynamic interviews to use?
Maybe the partial reason why I was chosen to direct this film was kind of my known reputation for inside baseball, if you will, and having relationships with a lot of these artists, because majority of the time it was like, okay, well, I'll call Stevie and see what happens and like that sort of thing. So, just personal relationships the last 30 years and getting them to do that. As far as the commentation on the people that attended the festival, I thought the best place to start would have been my social media, but sort of knowing that, your average Twitter, Instagram person isn't 75 to 85 years old. I kind of framed it to their grandkids and nieces, like, hey, is there that crazy uncle that won't shut up about that one time he saw Nina Simone in Harlem at this concert that he thinks happens but didn't happen, that sort of thing? Like, if there's any of that person in your life, like if you know someone that bragged about Stevie and Sly and that sort of thing, hit me up. And yes, like instantly right out the back, like, yo, that's what my uncle talks about, or my dad was there, that sort of thing. And as far as the footage, I kind of went from kind of being a music snob arrogance of this didn't happen, like, okay, what y'all really here for? To seeing like, okay, there's 40 hours of footage to choose from. So I'll say that for 5 months alone, I had to literally turn every monitor in my house and in my office, in my studio, running this footage 24 hours straight for 5 months straight. So even if I was asleep, I've never turned any television off. So imagine like being in an environment in which every television in the house is playing this. After 4 months of this, it was like, but I just kept notes. I kept notes for those 5 months of what gave me goosebumps, what seemed important. And once we had about 30 to 40 things listed of things that we thought were interesting, that's when we knew we had a foundation to start to tell the story of the Harlem Cultural Festival.
Well, job well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.